there, this is Dr. Z from the University of Northern Iowa, and this is the introductory video for our class called Issues and Trends in Education. It's just going to be the May term, but it should be a really good term. What I'm trying to do this time is I'm going to try to integrate these types of videos into our online class. Maybe it'll give it that personal touch that will really make it work. This video is basically going to be doing this sort of introduction that I'm doing right now. And then what I want to do is I want to review the syllabus and the assignments that you're going to have, and then basically show you how to get in touch with me in case you have any questions. I'll tell you what, there's a lot of things we're going to be doing, and I know that you're a cohort of people that have been working together for 2 years, but you know what? We have a few newbies too. So let's give them the old cohort welcome. It's a good group, terrific group actually, and let's see how we're going to go and approach the idea of looking and discussing and even writing about the issues and trends in education.
Okay, let's take a look at see what the class is all about. When you open up the opening page, you're going to see something that looks like this. The text might be different here, but at least it's something that I'm going to be using to try to communicate with you on a prompt basis, a periodic basis. But the important thing is you'll find the syllabus and the list of issues. We'll begin with the syllabus. Open that up, make it just a little bit bigger. And down here you'll see that I have all the information on how to contact me. Up here you can get to the syllabus and topics 1, 2, 3, and 4. We have one topic for each week. Here's my contact information. We have the office number, my email through WebCT is how I'd like to communicate with you so I can keep it all together. We have special issues. You can contact me directly through my email. You can check my blog, go to my website. Here's the name of my avatar in Second Life, and if you want to follow me on Twitter, this is my connection. And as we've always said, we want to help you in any way we can. So if you have any kind of disabilities or special needs, please contact me and I'll see what I can do to help. Here's the course description. Down here we talk about the rationale for doing this course, because what we really want to do is we want to make sure that you're both proactive and reactive in the way in which you deal with the issues of today. The outcomes are that we want to help build a basic theoretical issue through theoretical concept of issues through discussion. We want to examine current specific issues and how that's going to be confronted. We want you to come up with a personal position relative to current educational issues and actually write and document your points of view. As far as reading, we have the assigned text readings, which most of that is going to, or all of that is online. We have your online class discussions, which in some cases it's going to be the WebCT discussion posts, but in other cases we're actually looking at using a chat, video conferencing, Second Life. I'm examining a couple opportunities there. We have topics, and each topic has 3 activities, and then ultimately you're going to be writing a curriculum issue position paper. This is not a huge paper, but this explains what needs to be done. Obviously you need to do things in APA format because that's how we do things here. And here's some resources that you might find useful. And then down here we talk about the 4 different topics. Now you'll notice that topic 1, that's the topic for this week, is curriculum issues overview. Down here you'll see that for this week we have personal introduction, which is the first thing you're going to do, and then we have activities 1, 2, and 3, which are all part of topic 1. So let's scoot over to topic 1. Here you see topic 1, and once again you can move around to any of the topics using the navigation that I've put in here so handily. Read the introductory materials here by Dr. David Thornburg. And then down here towards the bottom, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to create a personal introduction. Now, please make sure you begin by introducing yourself to the class. Yes, I know that most of you have been working together for the last 2 years, but we have some new people, and make sure that you bring them on as friends to find out who you are, and we can find out more about them. Secondly, we want you to describe the most controversial experience that you've ever been involved in or witnessed as an educator. And finally, identify what you would like to gain from this course. Those are the 3 pieces that need to be done Tuesday. Secondly, we talk about activities. Here's activity 1, which is due on Wednesday. and that is that you need to read the list of issues, and I'll point out the list of issues to you in just a moment. Skim the articles and kind of look at it and see what's missing. And then what I want you to do is, in the proper discussion room, I'd like you to list that. Let's go over and take a look at what that means. I'm moving over here to the the Blackboard, the Blackboard Learning Center, which is also known as WebCT. And I'm going to click over here on the list that says Discussions. And when I go into Discussions, the very first part I'll go into is the personal introduction. Now, I've actually separated the personal introduction from the topic 1 because it is due on a different day. And right here it says introduce yourself, which is exactly what we already started with. It comes down here to the middle of 2, and you notice that it's not all there. If we click on more, it will then take us where we can actually look to see all 3 of the parts of the assignment. And then what we want you to do is we want you to post. And you'll notice that some people have already done that. So that looks pretty good. And then if we want to go back to the discussions, you'll see that when it comes to activities 1, 2, and 3, here we have, once again, discussions, explanations about what needs to be done, post a statement that is a statement of the controversial topic that you believe could also be included in the list but was not. And once again, that would open up here, and then we'd want to add that activity, or add that posting to this activity. Now, we keep hearing about this thing called the list of issues. Well, here's the list of issues. I'm going to go over and click on this list of issues. This list of issues is a number of issues that are important to education. And what I've done is I have identified the issue, and then I have linked articles that address both the yes and the no. Now, this list of issues was inspired by the Taking Sides, Clashing Views on Educational Issues book that was edited by James Knoll. And what I've done is I've found different articles that you can go through and take a look at if you want to find additional information. You'll notice in some cases I didn't find both sides, but that means that you need to do some research. If, say, you wanted to look at have public schools adequately accommodated religion, well, some people say yes, but I didn't find anything that said no. You get to do a little bit of research to see if that's an area that you want to investigate. You'll notice that there's a whole number of these that that you can review and see which ones are of interest to you. Let's go back to the syllabus. Coming back to the syllabus, here are the 4 different sets of assignments, or 4 different weeks that we have, with each week being one topic. And then here we have an online discussion. As I said, this online discussion will not be one that's just going to be a discussion group, because I know that there's a few of you, especially technology and industrial technology teachers, that don't like to do all this online discussion. So what I'd like to do is try some things where you use video conferencing to bring the whole class together, and maybe even go into Second Life. Make it a lot more interesting, won't it? But I'll tell you what, I'll get back to you later on with that, because I want to make sure that it will fit everybody's needs and figure out some times. Down here we have the grading scale plus some additional resources. And this course was actually based upon previous work that Dr. Lynn Nielsen did. He was kind enough to share his work with me so we could continue with the same sort of approach for teaching this course. Well, that's about it for the Issues and Trends syllabus. We'll be continuing with more videos like this to give you some more information, and thank you very much.
Well, that's it for today. Here's looking at you until next time we meet. Bye.